nation. Don't be afraid, I am the first and the last. I am he who lives, but was dead. And, behold, I am alive forevermore. Write down the things which you have seen, and the things which are, and the things which will take place after this.
Come up here, and I will show you things which must come to pass.
The following takes place between 8:15 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. I saw a door was opened in heaven, and the first voice which I heard was of a talking trumpet which said,
Come up here, and I will show you things which must come to pass.
And immediately I was in the Spirit, and behold, I teleported to the throne set in heaven, and one sat on the throne. He who sat there had the appearance of a jasper and a sardius stone, and there was a rainbow surrounding the throne, like the appearance of an emerald. Surrounding the throne were 24 seats, and sitting on the seats I saw 24 elders clothed in white robes, and they had crowns of gold on their heads. Out of the throne proceeded lightnings, thundering, and voices, and there were 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which signify and represent the complete plan of Yahweh. Before the throne there was a sea of glass, like crystal. In the midst of the throne and surrounding the throne were 4 living creatures full of eyes before and behind. The first creature was like a lion, the second creature like a calf, the third creature had a face as a man, and the fourth creature was like a flying eagle. Each of the 4 living creatures had 6 wings, they were full of eyes around and within, and they did not cease day and night, saying, Holy, Holy, Holy,
Father Yahweh Almighty,
who was, and is, and is to come. And when those creatures give glory, honor, and thanks to him who sat on the throne, to him who lives forever and ever, the 24 elders knelt before him who sat on the throne, and worshipped him who lives forever and ever, saying, You are worthy, O Yahweh, to receive glory, honor, and power. For you created all things, and by your will they exist and were created. I saw in the right hand of him who sat on the throne a scroll written inside and on the back, sealed with 7 seals. Then I saw a mighty Malach shouting with a loud voice,
Who is worthy to open the scroll and to release its seals?
But no one in heaven, earth, or the underworld was able to open the scroll and look at it. I wept bitterly, because no one was found worthy to open and look upon the scroll. But one of the elders said to me,
Do not weep. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has overcome to open the scroll and to release its 7 seals.
So I looked, and in the midst of the throne and the 4 living creatures, and in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb as though it had been slain, having complete power and complete knowledge and understanding, which signify and represent the complete plan of Yahweh sent forth into all the earth. He came and took the scroll out of the right hand of him who sat upon the throne. When he had taken the scroll, the 4 living creatures and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, each one of them having a harp and golden bowls full of incense, which are the prayers of the saints. And they sang a new song that went like this: You are worthy to take the scroll and to open its seals. For you were slain and have redeemed us to Yahweh by your blood out of every tribe, language, people, and nation. You have made us kings and priests to our Father, and we will reign upon the earth. I looked, and I heard the voice of many Malachim surrounding the throne, and the creatures, and the elders, and the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000, and thousands of thousands, saying with a loud voice, Worthy is the Lamb who was slain to receive power, riches, wisdom, strength, honor, glory, and blessing. Blessing, honor, glory, and power belongs to him who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb, forever and ever. And every creature which is in heaven, on the earth, in the underworld, and such as are in the sea I heard saying, Blessing, honor, glory, and power belongs to him who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb, forever and ever. The 4 living creatures said,
Hallelujah.
And the 24 elders fell down and worshipped him who lives forever and ever. I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard one of the 4 living creatures saying as with a voice like thunder,
Come and see.
I looked and saw a white horse. He who sat on it had a bow, and a crown was given to him, and he went out conquering and to conquer. When he had opened the second seal, I heard the second creature say,
Come and see.
And there went out a red horse. Power was granted to him who sat upon it to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another. And there was given to him a great sword. When he had opened the third seal, I heard the third creature say,
Come and see.
I looked, and behold, a black horse. He who sat on it had a pair of scales in his hand. I heard a voice in the midst of the four living creatures saying,
A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see you do not hurt the oil and the wine.
And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth living creature say,
Come and see.
I looked, and saw a pale horse. The name of him who sat upon it was Death, and Sheol followed with him. And power was given to them over a fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger and pestilence, the same under the authority of the beast of the earth. When he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of the men slain because of the word of Yahweh. They cried with a loud voice, saying,
How long, O Yahweh, holy and true, until you judge and avenge our blood on those who dwell on the earth?
And a white robe was given to each of them, and it was said to them that they should rest yet for a little season until their fellow servants and brothers, who would also be killed as they were, should be completed. I looked when he had opened the sixth seal, and behold, there was a great earthquake. The sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. The stars of heaven fell into the earth, as a fig tree drops its untimely figs when it is shaken by a mighty wind. And the heaven departed like a scroll when it is rolled together. Every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Everyone sought protection for themselves in their general assembly, forum, organizations, and Elohim, and said,
Fall on us, and protect us from the face of him who sits on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath has come, and who will be able to stand?
And after these things I saw 4 Malachim standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth so that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. I saw another Malach ascending from the east, having the seal of the living Father, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 Malachim to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying,
Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, until we have sealed the servants of our Father in their foreheads.
I heard the number of those who were sealed, and there was sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel, 12,000 from each of the following tribes: Yada, Reuben, Gad, Asher, Naphtali, Manasseh, Simeon, Levi, Issachar, Zebulun, Yosef, and Benjamin. After this I looked and saw a great multitude which no man could number of all nations, tribes, and peoples, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, with palm branches in their hands, and crying with a loud voice, saying, Glory to our Father who sits upon the throne and unto the Lamb. And all the Malachim stood surrounding the throne, elders, and the 4 living creatures, and fell before the throne on their faces to worship Yahweh, saying,
Hallelujah Yahweh. Blessing, glory, wisdom, thanksgiving, honor, power, and might belong to our Father forever and ever. Hallelujah Yahweh.
One of the elders asked me,
Who are these who are arrayed in white robes? And where did they come from?
I said to him, I have no idea. And he said to me,
These are the ones who come out of the great tribulation, and have washed their robes, and made themselves white in the blood of the Lamb. Therefore they are before the throne of Yahweh, and serve him day and night in his kingdom. And he who sits on the throne will dwell among them. They will hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither will the sun strike them, nor any heat. For the Lamb who is in the midst of the throne will feed them, and will lead them to living fountains of waters. Yahweh will wipe away all tears from their eyes.
And when he had opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour. I saw the 7 Malachim who stood before Yahweh, and to each of them were given a trumpet. Another Malach, having a golden censer, came and stood at the altar. He was given much incense that he should offer it with the prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar before the throne. The smoke of the incense, with the prayers of the saints, ascended up before Yahweh out of the Malach's hand. The Malach took the censer and filled it with fire from the altar. Then he cast it into the earth, and there were voices, thundering, lightnings, and an earthquake. Then the 7 Malachim who had the 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound. Next time on the Revelation. The first Malach sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth.
Woe! Woe! Woe to the inhabitants of the earth! Because of the other blasts of the trumpet of the three Malachim who are about to sound.
It was granted to them that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months, and their torment was like the torment of a scorpion when it strikes a man. In those days, they will seek death and will not find it.
Support the Century channel by clicking the like button, subscribing or following, and directly through Patreon with the link listed in the description below.